let's see how this goes. Okay. I gotta mute this before I go crazy. Yep, I'm already. Okay, there we go. So, I have the chat. I don't know. So, I had recorded this whole thing in a live stream and then closed it. And for some reason, Twitch did not save it. So, I'm going to do a new one. I'm going to just move this one over a bit. And I'm going to use this as my example because I've got another one. And I'm actually going to do this slightly differently because even though I cut these out at the same time, they don't totally, they're not exactly the same size. I want it to be upright though. You know what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down. Let's try this now. So as I am painting this, I'm also streaming this live on Twitch. And I'm also going to be recording a screen recording right off my phone. Hopefully that'll actually work. So let us start. Add a basic layer. So this is like, it's not even staying anyway. Shoot. Yeah, I've already seen that I messed up the cutting on this one a little bit, but I'll just take it back to the bandsaw later. I'm trying to turn these into like a short series. I don't know. Let's see what brushes I have. Oh yeah, none of these are going to be good for laying out the color. I gotta use much bigger brushes. I've been beating these brushes up lately. They're all looking kind of bad. But let's, I'm gonna use my Princeton brush. I really should be doing a better job taking care of this one. So I want to lay down the white more just so I don't waste a bunch of color. And it also, that way the color kind of sits on top of the white and kind of makes it brighter. Oh, as I knock everything over. The problem is I paint too hard. I go too hard in the paint. Who said that? I don't even remember. Is that Marshawn Lynch? I feel like that's Marshawn Lynch. All right, let's raise this up a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start taping this or something. I don't know. I didn't have this problem with the other one. All right, I'm already out of white. Okay. What's this? Oh, iridescent white. That actually might be cool. Let's add a little bit of that. It smells a little different. That's all right. So I don't think this stream is going to be particularly long because I just did this right here. Although maybe I'll spend some time fixing the other one. And hopefully this will record. I don't know. But the goal is to kind of make it look like this bad boy, the sticker that I just released on my sticker club. If you want to join, there's a link in my bio, but it's patreon.com/Lamort. Shout out to Brian B., my YouTube/streaming video sponsor. So far, so good. That's actually, I'm kind of liking this now. All right, what else do I need to do with this? You know what? Let's start with the, let's start with the beak and the feet for now. This really trashy brush, I don't know why I keep this. It's literally just Craft Smart on it. I don't even know where this came from. All right. Mm-hmm. All right, let's try. You know, now that I'm doing these colors a little bit. Okay, I already broke this brush. Wow. All right, add an orange to the. Let's try and add some orange to this beak. All right. Gonna add a little bit of orange here. See, this is going a lot better since I'm doing the brighter stuff first. Trying to do all this orange on top of this white paint was not working. Well, this gray paint before was not working out. my gosh. I'm actually kind of liking this now. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'm going to touch this one up. All right, let's add a little bit red to this. All right. I always really like to paint over the edge because I don't plan on actually framing these. I think these are things that are going to probably hang pretty loose. So I kind of feel like, hey, let's just all right, let's get rid of this brush. Get rid of this big brush. Probably not doing anything huge anymore. I'm gonna mix some gray, some white, a little bit of black. Oh, this iridescent white doesn't have the pigment. It's too light. I gotta add a little bit of regular white to this. Alright, let's add a little bit of white to this. There we go. Too light. I do like the iridescence though. I think that's kind of nice. There we go. It's a good medium gray. Alrighty. Let's just add black to these. Oh, I love going over the edge, baby. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. some of this. I don't know. It just makes it feel more. Although I'll probably end up sanding some of this off, just because, like the last one, you definitely did not hear this, but the edges are a little they're a little there's a little tearing at the edges. Like there's a little bit of wood left over, which I think looks pretty terrible. Let's try this now. There we go. Let's do the bottom part of this thing. Hopefully, with any luck, there'll at least be the video on my phone still recording. Actually, I should double check to see if that's still working. Yeah, so far so good. Alright. Oh, man. I miss just being an artist. I hate being a content creator now. I guess most of my art career, I kind of came up in the early stages of, what do you call it, social media, if you will. So in some ways I probably never had a chance to be just an artist. I had to be a content creator. But I feel like there's just being a content creator was less important back in the day, in like the early 2000s. It wasn't a requirement. It was like, oh, that's great. You can engage with people on the internet. You know, making myself available is different than always being on. And that's what I feel like we do now, is we're always on. So I'm feeling emo about it, so I'm playing The Cure. I know they're goth, but I'm in my feelings right now about it, I guess. Maybe I should make this a little bit darker. It's getting a little thin. It's the problem with mixing these heavy-bodied acrylics and these get this back up in this piece. I just don't want it to look like plywood on the edge. Like, I know it's going to still look like plywood just because of the form factor of it, but I don't know. Like, I hate when I go to a gallery. It's always like, oh yeah, this piece is $600. I'm like, you didn't even paint the edge. You didn't even paint the edge. Are you expecting me to frame this? Because the frame might cost as much as this painting does. If anything, Mr. Artist, you want me to frame this piece, you should pre-frame it and just double the cost. Makes more sense. Oh, am I bitter about it? No, not really, but maybe actually. Maybe there's some underlying thing I don't even realize is there. But to me, it's just like, so much of the cost goes to the collector. Nowadays, I feel like anyone in the art business has like, tries to do it's a I just feel like a lot of it is like a race to do as little as possible or to get away with as little as with as much as possible. Like I understand like a business has to scale and whatnot. That I'm totally sympathetic to, but I don't like the fact that you, in theory, right? And I'm saying this because I guess I'm an arts professional. Like, I used to work in galleries. I know what I'm doing. I could get shit framed. I could frame it myself. Totally could. However, excuse me, it shouldn't be my responsibility for what I'm paying. That should be part of the service. Like, are you a fancy boy? Yes. So here, fancy boy. Here's a fancy. It's a fancy little frame for your fancy new painting. Right? Am I wrong? I might be wrong, but I don't know. It feels like I get if you're selling a print, right? And then it's supposed to be affordable in theory because it's a multiple and there's more than one of them. Like, okay, don't frame it for me, and I gotta go get it framed. But framing a print is infinitely cheaper than trying to frame a a stretched canvas. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old. Alrighty, let's see. I'm actually kind of enjoying this now. Oh, we gotta add more black to that. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I don't know. I'm already infinitely happier with this one than I am with the other one, but the other one's got some other things I kind of wish. All right, I definitely should get my liner brush. I guess if you're watching, because I'm not totally sure what's going on, feel free to leave a message in the chat. That's the best way for other people to find what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Add a little white to this knobby thing. A little glare. All right, that actually might be it. Oh my god, I did this one so much faster than the last one. Ooh, excuse me. No, actually, I'm going to add a couple more lines. Let's do just a line to separate the legs a little bit, and then we're going to go. And then I'll see if I mess this up again. But if I did, I did. Whatever. Yeah, I definitely did, but it's okay. There we go. I think that's it. I think now we're done. Let's take this over. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Maybe I'll do another one before I leave. But had a great time. All right. Let's get a closer look at this. Let me unhook this from here. There we go. Slide this bad boy out. Switch it around. There we go. I'm happy about how that came out. That's the first one. That's the second one. It came out really good. Thank you again for coming out. Definitely check out the Strange Offering Sticker Club at patreon.com/Lamort. Special shout out to Brian B., my YouTube/video patron. And that's it for me, David Lamort. Go to davidlamort.com. Thanks again.